Hello everyone, welcome to my channel TechQuest Learning Point. I hope you all are doing great. I am Bashar. In my previous tutorial in this series of Azure Fundamentals, I already discussed on the topic of concepts of cloud computing. Today, I am going to start a discussion on the topic benefits of using cloud service. You can get clear concepts about the benefit of using cloud computing, including high availability and reliability, and how those work to keep your applications running. How the cloud can provide a more secure environment. The cloud provides a highly manageable environment for your resources. I can assure you all that this tutorial will make sense to you about Azure Fundamentals. The ultimate target of this tutorial is to make you prepare for the exam AZ900 Microsoft Azure Fundamentals. If anyone want to be the Microsoft Certified Azure Fundamentals, this tutorial will be the right choice for them to make clear the exam AZ900 Microsoft Azure Fundamentals. This tutorial is derived from the Microsoft Learning Paths for Azure Fundamentals exam. So, anyone can rely on this tutorial to take the preparation for the exam AZ900 Azure Fundamentals. Before starting the discussion, let's look into the contents of this tutorial. What will be the discussed? In this tutorial, I am going to discuss on some of the benefits that cloud computing offers. This discussion will make you clear on how cloud computing can help you meet variable demand while providing a good experience for your customer. You will also learn about security, governance, and overall manageability in the cloud. The exam AZ900 Microsoft Azure Fundamentals includes three knowledge domain areas such as number 1, describe cloud concepts, number 2, describe Azure Architecture and Services, and number 3, describe Azure Management and Governance. This tutorial is the second episode of the Azure Fundamentals series, and it is part of the 3 knowledge domain. As per business requirement, many web applications are built and deployed to the cloud every day. In case of cloud hosting of the applications, it is very important to keep the applications in up for all time and to keep the performance constant for the fluctuation of demand. That means there is two vital issues that must be taken consideration for hosting any application in the cloud. One issue is uptime, which indicate the availability of the application in the cloud, and other issue is the scalability of the cloud platform, which indicate the ability to handle any demand. Now, it is clear that cloud computing platform provides the facilities of availability and scalability, by means of which an application never goes down and capable to meet any demand at any situation. These facilities of the cloud computing platform enhance the overall performance of any business solutions of the consumer. High availability. When you are deploying an application, a service, or any IT resources, it is important to the resources are available when needed. High availability focuses on ensuring maximum availability regardless of disruptions or events that may occur. When you are architecting your solution, you will need to account for service availability guarantees. Azure is a highly available cloud environment with uptime guarantees depending on the services. These guarantees are part of the service level agreements, SLA. To put it another way, high availability is nothing but a facility of cloud in which a hosted application or service or any IT resource can be available when needed. Scalability. Another major benefit of cloud computing is the scalability of cloud resources. Scalability refers to the ability to adjust resources to meet demand. If you suddenly experience peak traffic and your systems are overwhelmed, the ability to scale means you can add more resources to better handle the increased demand. The, the other benefit of scalability is that you are not overpaying for services because the cloud is a consumption based model. You only pay for what you use. If demand drops off, you can reduce your resources and thereby reduce your cost. In other words, the scalability of the cloud is defined as the ability to adjust resources automatically for fluctuation of demand in order to sustain the performance at constant level. The scalability of the cloud is already clear to you. It is nothing but the ability to adjust resources. But this ability to adjust can be done in two ways in the cloud platform. That means ability to adjust of resources can be changed by either changing the capabilities of the resource or adding subtracting new resource. On the basis of this mechanism, scaling generally comes in two varieties: vertical and horizontal. Vertical scaling is focused on increasing or decreasing the capabilities of resources. Horizontal scaling is adding or subtracting the number of resources. With vertical scaling, if you were developing an app and you needed more processing power, you could vertically scale up to add more CPUs or RAM to the virtual machine. Conversely, if you realized you had over specified the needs, you could vertically scale down by lowering the CPU or RAM specifications. In simply, if you need more processing power for your app hosted on the cloud, you need to vertically scale up the resource of cloud. For this reason, you can add more CPUs or RAM to the resource virtual machine. Conversely, you can subtract the CPU or RAM for vertically scale down the resource. With horizontal scaling, if you suddenly experienced a steep jump in demand, your deployed resources could be scaled out either automatically or manually. For example, you could add additional virtual machines or containers, scaling out. In the same manner, if there was a significant drop in demand, deployed resources could be scaled in either automatically or manually, scaling in. So, horizontal scaling in cloud computing means adding additional instances instead of moving to a large instance size. Horizontal scaling refers to provisioning additional servers to meet your needs, often splitting workloads between servers to limit the number of requests any individual server is getting. Reliability and predictability are two crucial cloud benefits that help you develop solutions with confidence. The cloud is built with a reliable infrastructure in this way that the cloud has separate zones with a region to protect against local faults and also have multiple regions to protect all services from catastrophic events that affects a whole region. So it is clear that if you run a certain service in multiple regions, it will be much more reliable than running it in a single region. Reliability is the ability of a system to recover from failures and continue to run functions. It also one of the pillars of the Microsoft Azure well architected framework. The cloud, by virtue of its decentralized design, naturally supports a reliable and resilient infrastructure. With a decentralized design, the resources can be deployed in multiple regions around the world. With this global scale, even if one region has a catastrophic event, other regions are still up and running. The applications are designed to automatically take advantage of this increased reliability when this application is hosted to cloud. In some cases, cloud environment itself will automatically shift to a different region with no action needed on the consumer part. The cloud also offers predictability in the different forms. Performance predictability makes sure that you will have computing resources available when needed. Concepts such as auto-scaling, high availability, and load balancing help achieve this cost predictability. On the other hand, helps you forecast the cost of your consumption of the resources you use by doing trend analysis. Predictability in the cloud lets you move forward with confidence. Predictability can be focused on performance predictability or cost predictability. Both performance and cost predictability are heavily influenced by the Microsoft Azure well-architected framework. Deploy a solution that is built around this framework and you have a solution that is cost and performance predictable. Performance predictability focuses on predicting the resources needed to deliver a positive experience for your customers. Auto-scaling, load balancing, and high availability are just some of the cloud concepts that support performance predictability. If you suddenly need more resources, auto-scaling can deploy additional resources to meet the demand and then scale back when the demand drops. Or if the traffic is heavily focused on one area, load balancing will help in redirect some of the overload to less stressed areas. Cost predictability is focused on predicting or forecasting the cost of the cloud spend. With the cloud, you can track your resource use in real time, monitor resources to ensure that you are using them in the most efficient way, and apply data analytics to find patterns and trends that help better plan resource deployment. By operating in the cloud and using cloud analytics and information, you can predict future cost and adjust your resources as needed. You can even use tools like the total cost of ownership TCO and pricing calculator to get an estimate of potential cloud spend. Cloud features support governance and compliance for the service deploying infrastructure as a service or software as a service. All deployed resources meet corporate standards and government regulatory requirements by means of a set templates, and it can also be updated to new standards as standards change. Cloud-based auditing helps flag any resource that is out of compliance with your corporate standards and provides mitigation strategies. Depending on your operating model, software patches and updates may also automatically be applied, which helps with both governance and security. On the security side, you can find a cloud solution that matches your security needs. If you want a maximum control of security, infrastructure as a service provides you with physical resources but lets you manage the operating systems and installed software, including patches and maintenance. If you want patches and maintenance taken care of automatically, platform as a service or software as a service deployments may be the best cloud strategies for you. By establishing a good governance footprint early, you can keep your cloud footprint updated, secure, and well managed. A major benefit of cloud computing is the manageability options. There are two types of manageability for cloud computing, and both are excellent benefits. Management of the cloud Management of the cloud speaks to managing your cloud resources in the cloud. You can automatically scale resource deployment based on need. Deploy resources based on a pre-configured template, removing the need for manual configuration. Monitor the health of resources and automatically replace failing resources. Receives automatic alerts based on configured metrics so you are aware of performance in real time. Management in the cloud speaks to how you are able to manage your cloud environment and resources. You can manage these through a web portal, using a command line interface, using APIs, using PowerShell. What did I learn? Now we are at the end of the tutorial. Before ending the tutorial, now I want to review what did I learn from this tutorial in terms of the following topics. High availability. High availability is the characteristics of a cloud computing in which all hosted application services, any IT resources, can be maximum available for consumers for all time. Scalability is the another characteristics of a cloud in which cloud computing can automatically adjust resources to meet demand. Vertical scaling is focused on increasing or decreasing the capabilities of resources. Horizontal scaling is adding or subtracting the number of resources. Reliability is a ability of a system to recover from failures and continue to function. Predictability. Predictability in the cloud lets you move forward with confidence. Predictability can be focused on performance predictability or cost predictability. Security and governance. In both deployment of infrastructure as a service and software as a service, cloud features support governance and compliance. Manageability. A major benefit of cloud computing is the manageability options. There are two types of manageability for cloud computing, and both are excellent benefits. Thank you for watching this tutorial. I hope you all have been able to take the idea about the cloud computing. My next tutorial will be on the topic of cloud service types, and you all are invited to watch the tutorial. If you think this tutorial is helpful for learning the Azure cloud computing, please click on the like button and request you all to share it more and more to the person who are searching the tutorial like this. I always expect valuable feedback from you, and this will inspire me to give you more tutorial. If you have any questions on this tutorial, opinions and queries about this channel, please type this in the comment box. You also mail to me in the description box. Email ID is given for you. Kindly subscribe this channel and click on the bell button so that you can get notification when new tutorial is published.